Greetings. Welcome back. This is Queen Elle from QueenElle79. I'm so glad you joined me today. This video is regarding Father's Day. So thank you so much. I want to personally thank all of the fathers out there. No, I'm not talking about the women who are single mothers who may be pulling all of the weight, carrying the full load. Because believe me, I am you. I totally understand how that feels. I understand being in that position. I am talking about the fathers out there, not just the dads, but the fathers. And I appreciate you. I feel like you're not recognized enough, but I do appreciate you. So let me get off my soapbox on that note. We will do a reading today, and it's just to get a message from the spirit guides with regard to the fathers out there and see what they want you to focus on, okay? So, as you know, as I always say, I have my planner that always keeps me on track. And I'm using my Modern Witch Tarot deck today. So let's just dive right in. So the first card will be what the focus should be for you fathers out there as we approach Father's Day, okay? Let's see what you should focus on. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. This card, as you know, if you haven't viewed my Tarot 101 Major and Minor Arcana video, I will link it above. The Pentacles, that's a part of the Minor Arcana, and Pentacles represent our work. They represent our finances, our sense of security, and the Knight is the doer, the go-getter. So we start with the Page, then we have the Knight, Queen, and King. The Knight is out there getting the job done. Okay, so this represents being putting forth your skills to action. So the focus should be on acting, getting the job done. And as we know with how things have gone thus far this year, that a lot of people felt like the world was at a standstill, but there are so many creative juices flowing. There's so much energy, new energy that is flowing. So anything that you are thinking of doing, something you've wanted to do, something that maybe you've considered as a side hustle, or that always was a side hustle, but you didn't really have the time to do it. This is the time to put some energy into that. So that Knight of Pentacles represents putting some action into the thoughts that you've had, into the work that you've wanted to do or considered doing. So let that be your focus, okay? Now the next card is regarding what you need to release. Okay, the Four of Pentacles. So as I just stated, Pentacles is regarding your work and your security, a sense of stability. However, the Four of Pentacles specifically is related to kind of holding on to or hoarding those skills and not releasing them out to the atmosphere. So don't be so stuck on, maybe not wanting to give a little, but not everything. It's okay to put your all into something. It's okay to step out on faith and to, like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, to actually put those efforts into motion. Don't feel like you have to hold back. It's okay to release some of that. Also, just know that it's okay to, spirits lead me to tell you to have a sense of balance with regard to your finances. You can put all of your effort and your work and your skill set into something without being too frivolous, without giving everything you have from a monetary standpoint, from a physical standpoint. So there's balance that's involved in that. You just have to find that sense of balance and what works for you and works for your household. But just know that it's okay not to hold on to every little thing and be a miser about it, but definitely don't be frivolous. Don't just throw all caution to the wind, okay? So balance is key there. Now, the next card is specific to the obstacles that you may encounter. Okay, so the Two of Swords. So there's a lot of meat to this card. So swords represent our intellect. The Two of Swords specifically represents a decision, but a decision that you either are going into blindly and shouldn't, or a decision where you just are kind of on the fence about and weighing your options. Now, I'll tell you with the blindfold for the Two of Swords, it does typically represent going into a decision blindly. And while it's okay to take some risks in life, for this to be an obstacle, the obstacle is to pull off that blindfold. Make sure you educate yourself and you make an informed decision before you step out there on a limb. Make sure that you have weighed all of the risk factors and the pros and cons before making any big decisions, okay? So that's what Spirit's leading me to tell you. Now, the next card is the way to overcome that obstacle. Seven of Pentacles. So this is saying patience is key. So as you see, the theme here, aside from that Two of Swords, is Pentacles. So really, this message will be all about your work, all about your finances, your stability, your sense of security. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about waiting. It's all about not just waiting impatiently, not just, staring at paint drying or watching water boil. It's all about actually nourishing and nurturing your work, continuing to educate yourself, staying on top of your game, on top of your craft, while you're waiting to watch it grow and to watch your dreams go into fruition. You can put some action to that. You don't want to necessarily force it because things will need to happen in due time, but make sure that you just know that the way to overcome any type of decision that you feel on the fence about, or that you just don't have all of the details in order to make an informed decision, sometimes we just need to wait. Sometimes that means that this is not the time to make that decision, and we need to really take our time, invest some time into it, some energy into it, some more before you make that decision, okay? One way or the other. Now, the next card is the outcome. If we really pay attention to balancing out all of our efforts with the decision making that we do and practice discernment. That's a word that's coming to me, is discernment and discretion with regard to the choices that you make. So just really make some thoughtful decisions moving forward, okay? The outcome. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So that's abundance. So that's taking a step up from the Seven. You've waited, and now this is all about abundance. It's all about, as you see, the crops are blooming, and like I said, everything being brought to fruition. You would have thought that I planned out these cards, but I promise I didn't. I promise they're shuffled and everything. This is the message that the spirit guides have for you today, fathers. So if you practice what the spirit guides want you to, as far as balance, is waiting, staying informed with the decisions that you make, and just practicing a bit of, discernment in all things that you do, really, then just know that the outcome will be this abundance and seeing everything bloom and blossom in your life. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is Queen Elle. For any other messages like this, including lunar messages and any planetary transits, I love doing astrological messages as well as the tarot messages. Please feel free to visit my channel and view my other videos. Also, if you are interested in any of my daily card readings, I do them on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is QueenElle79 and Instagram is Queen_Elle_79. That information is in the description box, so you do not have to memorize it. Also, if you're interested in a personalized tarot reading or to have your astrological chart analyzed, or just to have someone to work through anything with you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me directly, either on Facebook, or you can send me a DM on Instagram and we can connect that way. Okay, Ashe, thank you again for joining me. Blessings.